Yeah. What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy G, the #1 Cowboy fan, Hampton, along with Football Junkie. And here we are, getting ready to talk about some Dallas Cowboy football. Give it up.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Foot,
sir.
Football Junkie in the house. Hey, you see what I'm rocking, right?
Yes, sir. Big to them North Crowley boys. Congratulations on your first state championship. Yes,
Come
sir.
on now, give it up.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Say, man, now listen. Now, my North Crowley Panthers, man, came in with some finessing, man. They had it set in stone, and they knew what they was gonna do, man. Big shout out to North Crowley Panthers.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the coaching staff. Big shout out to Crowley Independent School District, man, because I'm gonna tell you, they're building something over here in Crowley, man. We got the Crowley High School and we got the North Crowley High School. So both of these schools that have done well this year, and we had the opportunity to bring the state trophy home with us last night. Yes, sir. So you see what I'm rocking this, right?
I see what you're rocking, boy.
I'm hot as hell. I'm hot as hell in this cap, but I'm gonna wear this cap through this video, brother. Hey, man, how you doing, brother? How's everything with you?
Oh, it's all good and understood, man. Whether we done wind down the high school football situation. Now we at the boot side of the NCAA situation, and we getting deeper and deeper into this dreaded part of the season called the end of the season, ready for postseason for the NFL season. So hey, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Bro, you know what? And you're so right, man. And we got to let the fans know we understand their pain because number one, we are diehard fans first before we any type of YouTube content creator, anything.
Right.
That's why we do, because we are diehard fans, right?
Right on. Yeah.
So we understand, man. We understand the frustration. We understand the uncertainty. We understand the sadness and everything else that goes with that, man. Because this is where we are, dude. It's like we don't know in the land of the
No.
unknown.
So all we are trying to do is get y'all undivided attention so we can be able to separate the facts from the fiction.
Yeah, give it up. All right, man. We got some topics today. We got a big game coming on tonight. Is it?
Oh yeah.
Game?
Is it a big game? It's a big game for Tampa Bay. We can play. We can put everybody on spoiler alert.
Yeah, we could play the spoiler role, right?
Yeah.
Damn, man, bro. Anyway, so with that being said, I want to give a big shout out to all our subscribers and all those that follow us, man, because we always say without you guys, this is absolutely impossible. I mean, we have seen from day one, about 10 years ago to where we are now. We got 6,000 subscribers, and we got a whole bunch of followers. So thank you, and thank you to the social media groups that share our content in your content. Give it up for those folks, man. Well, Football Junkie, you ready to get in? You ready to get into this thing, man?
Let's get into it. Let's cut this cake, man, and see how we can divide.
All right. So with that said, first of all, man, we got to get into this first article. They're talking about Dallas makes some moves, man. Dallas made 4 roster moves on Saturday. So and that, according to Aaron Wilson, Cowboys placed Trayvon Diggs on IR, signed Andrew Booth to the 53-man roster, elevated Darius Harris and Dakota Shepley. Okay. So, Diggs suffered another brutal knee injury in week 15 and is expected to need quite some time to recover. Booth was brought up from the practice squad and could be in line for snaps with Diggs out. Linebacker Harris and center Shepley will serve as game day depth. It also says losing Diggs is a tough setback for the Cowboys, who will have some trouble guarding the likes of Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan. Whoo! So this is probably a tragedy, you think?
Yeah, it is a tragedy to a degree, but if he needs to be out to men, go ahead and just end the season for him. There's
Yeah.
no need in trying to, prolong things and wait and do observational situational lookouts and stuff like that from a medical standpoint. I don't get this man where he needs to be so he can be ready for OTAs.
Yeah. I totally agree, man. Damn, man. That dude, we coming to the ending of the season, man. Here we are. What, 2 games after tonight's game? So whew.
Yeah.
So with that being said, man, in this next article, so so it's been told, let me pull it up. So the question is, should Dallas do a draft pick or go into free agency when we're talking about this running back situation? So um the Dallas Cowboys, now this was really reported because, like I say, Sporting News says Cowboys urged to sign Eagles running back to fix backfield before next season. I'm just saying, And this
Hmm.
story brought to us by Alian Mohammed about 20 hours ago. So said now this was being told. The Dallas Cowboys have had a disappointing season and have a glaring need at running back. They could target Ashton Genty in the draft, but there are options in free agency as well. Okay, while listing the Cowboys' biggest need, it's been urged the team to sign Kenneth Gainwell to pair with Rico Dowdle next season. Also, it says pairing Kenneth Gainwell with Dowdle would give Dallas with a solid timeshare in their offensive backfield. Okay, said can soak up most of the snaps on first and second down, while Gainwell can come in and provide his offensive big boost on the passing down. So, football junkie, how would you approach this situation, fam?
If I look at it like this, if Cowboys are seriously about boosting the running game, I won't go with no free agent and stuff like that because we're already dealing with some free agents. Zeke basically is a free agent on the cool, and you look at Cook, he's a free agent. So I mean, if you're gonna do the free agency things, you might well keep one or the other. Whoever's the best out of the two, Zeke or Cook. Then I would also bring in if we are able 100% to get Janty, get it.
Mhm.
But the key component to it is what are we gonna do about the offensive line? That's the key component.
Hmm.
We see what Janty can do. And then I have to give it to Rico Dowdle. Uh, he has shown me a lot of things within the last 4 or 5 weeks. So if you give him the running lanes that he needs to be able to do what he needs to do for us running the ball effectively, he can do it. I see that he can do it.
Yeah, and I agree with you. So I guess the question is, can we consider Rico Dowdle as our number one running back?
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
At the
and I
moment,
think
yeah.
yeah, and you know what? Really and truly, I think the problem is, I think we got to change up on. I thought Mike Solari could come in here and change his offensive line, but his blocking scheme is trash. I hate to say it, his
Yeah.
blocking scheme is trash. And I'm starting to miss Phil. What was his name? Philbin. We have Philbin. I'm kind of starting to miss him a little bit,
Hmm.
but we don't know how that's going to work because we got to see what happens at the end of the season. But Mike Solari, I thought he was going to be able to come in here and fix this offensive line. I think we have the players to do what needs to be done as far as opening lanes for our running back. But I just think that the blocking scheme is this double teaming, these combo blocks is just killing us where we're not releasing any linemen downfield to
Right.
pick up these linebackers. So
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
just a big failure. So with that being said, yeah, I agree, and I think you can get Rico Dowdle for not a high price, but for a decent price.
Yeah.
And I say this here too for Ball Junkie. Understand Rico Dowdle is not a household name, but the guy is doing what we need him to do, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he's not a high commodity when it comes to dollars and cents. He's not a high commodity, so you'll be able to save quite a few coins dealing with Rico Dowdle. I keep Rico Dowdle in the fold. I
yeah.
mean, mm, and not only that, I mean, uh, what's his name? The guy we got from Kansas State. I mean, you need to alleviate him out the running back
Yeah.
room. You know what I'm
If,
saying?
if,
He
if you're gonna keep him, at least if you're gonna use him, at least I mean, I hate to see that be a wasted pick, and I don't want to see anybody lose their job.
yeah,
but allow him to be on special teams. Just let him do special teams. Okay,
Yeah,
Cavante Turpin, we're gonna put you. We're gonna make you number 3 receiver. And I don't know why they haven't done this yet because
yeah,
I think Cavante Turpin is better than Jalen Tobin. But
yeah,
if you go, I mean, you cannot just waste that pick like that and not use this kid. But that's where we are, and that's what we do. But again, you can at least have Deuce Vaughn as your
yeah,
special team. And how many
yeah.
times do they return the kick on the kick on kickoff? Not too often. So
Not so
just let
often.
them stand back there because
Okay.
that's just it's just a waste of pick. You ask me. But
Yeah,
so anyway, yeah. Personally, I think, man, you go ahead and sign Rico Dowdle and you go get you a running back in the
yeah,
draft.
and yeah, yeah, yeah.
And and before I move on to this next one, so let me ask you this question, Football Junkie: are we closer to a Super Bowl, or are we closer to doing a rebuild?
I say we're more closer to a rebuild than a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's just actual factual. Matter of fact, they doing some tearing down as we speak because they shuffling the roster due to injuries and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, we more in process of rebuilding than we actually are to a Super Bowl.
Well, now you say that. You say that. That was football. Y'all heard football say we're in the business of rebuilding. But now, if they win these last 3 games, Jerry Jones is going to think, "What? We're closer to a Super Bowl."
When
Jerry.
when when is that man not thinking we're more closer to a Super Bowl?
I'm just saying, man, if we win these last 3 games, dude, this dude is gonna add on. He gonna put more sticky notes on the mirror.
That man is a rough. He's a tough act to follow, man.
82 years old, man. What you expect? I just don't know what's going on with this front office. But I agree with you. I think we're more on the side of the rebuilding side. But with that being said, so we do this every year. We always, have Pro Bowlers that's selected that goes to the Pro Bowl. So, we've been really successful having several Pro Bowlers go to the Pro Bowl and participate or whatever. But I'm not sure if you are aware of it, but this year we have absolutely 2 Cowboys considered for Pro Bowl.
God, two,
2.
two,
So let me share with you, and I know what you're going to probably say, man. Michael Parson is definitely one of them, right?
right?
No. Our 2 considered for the Pro Bowl is 2 special teamers. Cavante Turbin and Brandon Aubrey.
I mean, when you think about Brandon Aubrey, he does an outstanding job kicking.
He does.
He does a real outstanding job kicking.
But
Turpin
what
has
does that
did.
say though, football junkie? Is that if that's your best player on the team?
I mean, it don't say much. It don't say much. It basically just saying that y'all play some terrible football this year.
Oh my gosh. And we said that. I said, this year this schedule's gonna be a lot different.
Yep,
And we're gonna have to rely a whole bunch on our kicker. And
yep.
that's exactly what we did. And man, we put him in so many difficult situations, man, to where it was just bananas, man. So yeah, that's what we got there. We got 2 Cowboys considered for the Pro Bowl. Oh my gosh. So hey, so listen, I don't know if you're aware of it. So today Philadelphia plays the Washington Commanders, right?
Right.
And we do have some ties with this game today, and I really want to watch this game because
Yeah.
basically the setup is our former defensive coordinator Dan Quinn versus our former offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. Yeah.
So
So this,
this this is the Cowboy Reject Bowl.
they playing better than us though, football junkie.
Both of them. Both of them.
You mean to
Both.
tell me these guys had to leave the Cowboys?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Dan Quinn basically they got a pretty good record over there, along with Kellen Moore. Now the question is, man, Kellen Moore seems to be balling out over there with the Eagles, man. And it's just like, we kept calling him bar wonder over here because most of the time we playing from behind, trying to catch up and win games, and then we get in the postseason and we lay a big goose egg or we can't produce points. So what's the difference with Kellen Moore being at Philadelphia?
You know what? I'm gonna say this.
It's crazy.
We just gonna throw Kellen Moore's resume out there. His his brief tenure as a backup quarterback for the Cowboys, then his tenure quarterback coach, offensive coordinator with the Cowboys. He goes to the LA Chargers, and
Hmm.
he's over there with the LA Chargers what year, 2 years or something like that.
Right.
And then he ends up in Philly. So that right there, when you look at it, and when you think about the LA Chargers has some toys over there on their offense. Quite a few toys. Nice quarterback. And Herbert. Then you come to Philly, you got the run of the Toys R Us store over there in Philly. So when you look at Kellen Moore and what he has did with the Chargers, now what he's doing with the Philadelphia Eagles, and then you think about back when he was with Dallas and the minimal toys that we had for him over there. That kind of tell me something about Kellen Moore a bit. He got something up there. He got
Yeah.
something up there. He
Yeah.
really do because his learning progression has went up.
Yeah.
It's went up.
Experience. We could say it
Yeah,
was due to the experience. Okay.
right. He crash coursed over in Dallas. He had a crash
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. That's so
Here's
true.
crash course.
Yeah. Give it up.
He gets to San Diego. He gets with the Chargers. He gets the learning curve. He comes to
Mm,
Philly. He be able to He's now put the conglomeratory pieces together from his crash course, his learning curve between the Chargers and the Cowboys. Now he's in Philly. The brother's doing his thing.
makes sense. Makes sense. And it's all learn. It's all like you say. It's experience and the learning curve that got him where he is today. Give it
Right.
up for Kellen Moore. So now, when we talk about the Dan Quinn side over there at Washington, now Dan Quinn took off, and I personally I thought football junket that this guy was going to be the next man in line, just in case Mike McCarthy didn't pan out. He was going to be the next one. That's exactly what I was thinking that was going to happen. I just knew that this was going to be the move that Jerry Jones made. Well, for whatever reason, he takes off. He takes half of our backups or our starters with him. So what makes Dan Quinn and this defense so special versus this Philadelphia Eagles offense against Kellen Moore?
Well, what makes the situation special for Dan Quinn is he's worked with Kellen Moore. He has an astute understanding of Kellen Moore's thought process to a degree. He dealt with the baby Kellen Moore. Kellen
Mm-hmm.
Moore's big boy now. He's playing big boy. He's hitting you with big boy knowledge to a degree. He needs some more seasoning, but he's growing. But when it comes to Dan Quinn can come at Kellen Moore in ways that Kellen Moore probably only seen in practice. So Kellen Moore can actually have an ideation of what Dan Quinn's approach might be to him. But Kellen Moore has the toys to pretty much offset Dan Quinn in
Yeah,
ways. But but Philly has a nice upfront offensive line to match up against what the Commanders might bring at that offense for us when it comes to the Commanders' defensive front. But the Commanders are really playing off of who Dan Quinn is. They feeding off of him and they playing some outstanding ball. But the trick pony of the situation is what is the Commanders going to do on offense against the situation on defense with Philly?
so true. That's true. So it's going to be a chess match because both of them. Now, when I was at the training camp, man, and watching Dan Quinn defense go up against Kellen Moore, God, I think Dan Quinn had to lay off of several. I mean, several plays because Dak and them couldn't get the plays off. Again, I don't know what
Okay.
that's attributed to, but at the same time, that's what I noticed. So that's why I want to watch this game because the two know each other. They're familiar with each other. So
Hmm.
I want to see how that's going to work. See if Dan Quinn still being able to do something different that's going to throw Kellen Moore off, or is Kellen Moore going to do something different that's going to throw Dan Quinn off? So, like I
Hmm.
said, these are two former coaches from the Cowboys. So I think it's going to be great to be able to see these guys in rare form on today. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
at 12 o'clock, right?
right. And
So yeah, it's gonna be something.
you brought up a valid point right there, though. What he did in training camp. I mean, how well in terms to Kellen Moore pick up on that type of
Yeah,
stuff coming from a veteran coach
so
up
true.
front, firsthand. I mean,
Yeah,
what other better way can you learn from an offensive standpoint dealing with a veteran defensive coordinator, head coach, former head coach? How well can you learn? How well can you absorb what his approach is to the game, how he's going to attack you off from a defensive standpoint, and so forth and so on? That really right there, that was a good student teacher move right there in his progression too, right there.
so true. And that's why it's going to be so. It's going to be something to watch. And a lot of people, it's going to be a good game anyway because both teams are
Yeah,
playing good in our
they're
division.
playing
And here
good.
we are. We're at third place, damn near fourth
Hmm.
place. So that's where we are. Hey, before we go on to this next topic, let's do this channel identification real quick. Hold tight. All right. All right. Appreciate it again, guys. Like I say, big shout out to all the subscribers and all those that follow us, man. Because again, like I say, without you guys, it's totally impossible. So we got to get into this next topic, man. And I wanted to really start off with this, but this topic was about Michael Parsons' comment. So Michael Parson was in a I don't know if you want to call it an interview or press conference or whatever, but he, I guess was at the practice. And then, how all the reporters come in there and they bombard him and want to ask questions. So this is something that he said that I wanted to get into. So, but anyway, let me see something real quick. Okay, so
Hey, she represent too because she got them cowboy colors on too.
yeah,
There's no credit.
woo, give it up. So,
Oh,
say again what it is you want to do, honey.
I'm going to church to pray for the Cowboys that they get a coach like Ray Gates so they can win a championship.
So that's the head coach of North Crowley football team. Give it
yeah,
up.
no, Ray
Yes,
Gaines, man, yeah, yeah,
all right,
yeah.
all right. We need all, hey, we need all that, don't we, fam? We need all that,
Yes,
man.
sir. We need all that.
So,
And Moses.
so split the Red Sea. Somebody, hey,
For
we need some
real.
miracles. So listen, though, man, this is
Oh,
something, man. What Michael Parsons said, man, and I want you to hear this and see what you get out of this. But yeah, this is him talking. I think this was a couple of days ago, and he's and the title was Michael Parsons carrying that chip. But this is what he said when it came to the salary. So let's listen to this. See what he had to say.
I don't throw numbers out there like that. I'll see what they willing to give me.
Okay, so I mean, I know you recorded a couple weeks ago said you didn't have to be the highest paid,
No, I don't.
but it would be nice.
Um, it would just be nice to be surrounded by good players. You know what I mean? Players that's gonna help you win championships. I say that. I To me, having $40 million and chipped every play and slid to with 3-4 people, I don't think that sounds too fun to me. So, to me, it's about people that can keep making a difference. And obviously, we're going to get Sam back and we're going to get some of them players back. So we'll see how it breaks down. But I want to keep as many guys as possible. Or, however, they're going to make the cap work. I don't know how.
So you telling Stephen you don't need 40?
Nah, I don't need 40.
You know, huh?
I don't need 40.
38?
I need to be somewhere where I can be like, I can have a lake house.
Give it up for Michael Parsons.
He said so much was so much. So he said so much was so little. He did. He did. And on the
Well,
cool, he's saying, man, I even go with the franchise tag. I
whatever
go with
it
the
takes.
franchise tag. He basically said, I'm going with the franchise tag. Whatever the pay is at the franchise tag, just so we'll be able to get some help. And he basically not just saying defensively, he's saying offensively too. He said he wants to have players around him that wants to win. That's what we was talking about roughly a month ago, getting players from top tier colleges with the winning mentality.
Mm, mm.
It's more about winning than the dollars and cents. I know I'm gonna get the money, but I want to win too. I want to win. I want to get the highest level prize of the level at the game that I'm playing at. Everybody's goal should be to win the championship. At least one. If you get two, you're blessed. But if you get one, you did your part. So if I can get the players around me that wants to play and win, then you'll be able to see me at my best. Because everybody ain't focused on me no more. They got to focus on this other stuff too.
So the question is, why your quarterback didn't say that?
Oh, and he's already had a major contract. Before this one, he just got. Not only that, I was looking earlier, they were saying something about they're able to renegotiate his contract. Well, the Cowboys could save basically what, 34, 37, somewhere in that area,
Well,
million.
they can get 100 million out of him if they wanted to, or something like that. I might be wrong, but I know you have 34, I think for sure, but I don't know
Yeah.
what they restructure. But I mean, why do that when Dak? You know, you haven't done Jack. You know, I would have felt bad myself. I mean, come on, agent. And I understand some people telling Michael Parson, "Hey man, shut up, keep quiet, man. You let your agent do his job." Well, agent's trying to get paid. They trying to get his money.
Okay.
The 3% of whatever they can get out of your salary. That's what they want. That's what they
That's what
want.
they want.
They're gonna
That's what they
shoot it
want.
up as high as they can. But Michael Parson, he you know what? He understands the assignment. My agent works for me. I don't work for my agent.
Right.
He goes on to say in this in his comments, he said, "Yeah, my he said my team already know how I feel about that."
Okay.
Give it up. So that's why I titled this "It's Official." Michael Parson. He's a team leader. He sees it.
Yeah.
He gets the assignment. And not only that, to go a little further, they was asked him about Philadelphia in the Philadelphia game. He said, "Man, he said, I hate the Eagles." He said,
Okay.
F the Eagles simply
Okay.
because he said, "Man, they done took over my Twitter page." He said, "Man, I can't." Even though he's from the area, up in that area,
Yep.
Pennsylvania,
Yep.
he said he can't
Yep.
stand them. So it's official. This man is a diehard Cowboy fan. Give it up.
He's a diehard cowboy. He's a diehard cowboy. Yeah.
So
He's a
yeah,
diehard cowboy.
that's where we are, man. So man, big shout out to Michael Parson, man. I can
Yeah.
appreciate that, man. And so we could, and I know, but then again, here we are. What we're saying, Jerry Jones, might get a wild hair, and I don't think he'll do it, but he'll try to use him at trade bait. Just I hope not. I don't even want to bring that up. We ain't want to talk about that because that just pisses me off if that's the case. So
I don't
let's
think he'll
just
do it.
say,
I don't
yeah,
think
he
he'll
better
do it.
not do it.
I
I'd
think he'll
show my
put the
irritation
franchise tag on him because he can
just to
do it up to
re-up.
he can do it up to two times.
Yeah,
He can
yeah,
do it up to two times. So
yeah,
I believe he'll put the franchise tag on it, and being what Michael Parsons said, I'm good with that. Let's
yeah,
get some people in here, some willing and able minds and bodies that's really wanting to play some championship caliber football and compete on a regular basis in practice. So we'll be ready when game day come around. We'll be able to go and hit and knock on all cylinders.
yeah. I agree. Give it up. That's so true, man. And I could appreciate that, man. And like I said, he said he really wants to have whatever this is they're going to do. He want to have it done before season start. He wants to have. I don't want to go in season because he said I need to be there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put this link down in the comments so people can go and watch this video. I'm gonna put this link down in the comments. But it's a good event. And like I said, you want to know anything about the Cowboys, just listen to Micah Parson. Micah Parson gonna tell it all. He gonna tell it.
Okay. How come Dak ain't stepping up to the plate like this?
We ain't heard nothing.
And you're supposed to be the leader of the team.
That ain't the case.
That is
You
not the
you
case.
know you got to be born a leader, not made a leader.
No, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You got to be made. You
You
got to
got
be born
dogs,
as a leader.
you got dogs, and you got puppies. And
Yeah,
puppies do what? Follow.
follow. Stay on the porch. Only the big dogs jump off the porch. You heard?
Okay. Okay.
But with that being said, so we got tonight, man. We got Dallas versus the Buccaneers. And we kind of started the show off with the Dallas versus Tampa tonight. But here's the question, though. When I mentioned that, is Trey Lance playing tonight?
Mm.
Man, we have held
Mm-mm.
this kid hostage for 2 years now.
I
What
don't, I don't think so.
what's
I don't
I
think
mean, what
so.
why not?
Because Jerry Jones still thinking playoffs.
And and I think and Michael Parson, he said the same thing in this video. He said, we don't know how to tank. He basically is saying something where he said, I need OC, said, because could be the last time that him, Chauncey, and Osa are together. So he said, man, I need you guys to tap in. I'm trying to get you guys the most money that you can make. So I think they do have that attitude to continue to ball out, which I don't know the position that they're in. I'm not sure if they are able to pull off the next 3 games. But one thing about it, Michael Paul said he's not trying to tank out or anything like that. So yeah, I guess that's the deal. But again, man, so we know Trey Lance and Cooper Rush or free agents after this season. So and they haven't made a move to even try to even make which I think Cooper Rush done played himself out of a backup role. He'll probably, out of the salary cap mode to where somebody else might pick him up for a higher price. But now with Trey Lance, don't know. The jury's still out on him. So with that being said, if we don't know what Trey Lance is going to do, so what are we looking forward to seeing tonight with this Dallas and Tampa game? But before you answer that, I want to get into this, and I want you to just, and this is something by Blogging the Bars. It says, Blogging the Boys, says Cowboys versus three bold predictions for Sunday's matchup, and I want you to tell me what you think. So number one, bold prediction: Mike Evans continues his hot streak, recording 150 plus receiving yards and a touchdown. What do you think?
Yeah,
Okay, you
I
feel,
agree with that. I agree with
yeah,
that because we got some inexperiences on both sides of, as cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
still don't know if Bland is at 100%. We don't know that.
true,
And
true.
then the guy that came in, I forget his name, last week that played in
Blue.
Carolina, Blue.
Oh,
Yeah, he,
you talking about the
he
receiver?
the cornerback. The
Okay, yeah,
cornerback,
Blue.
he kind of balled out a little bit. He kind of balled out. He showed
Okay.
some. He showed us something. But I mean, but still, that's Carolina. It's Carolina. Yeah.
Number
This
two.
is the tall task.
Yeah, number two, Deron Bland and Jordan Lewis both record interceptions. Yay or nay? Number two, Deron Bland and
That's.
Jordan
mm,
Lewis both record interceptions.
It depends on the defensive front, how they pressurize the quarterback for Tampa Bay. That's what it all boils down to. Can we get him into some awkward situations where he wants to just be erratic, or he can keep on doing what he's doing, throwing the ball? But I will say this: Cowboys is playing for nothing. Really, they can go ahead and tee off on him, and they'll just blow his collars loose. They will, because the boys will hit in the secondary for the Cowboys.
You better believe. Because it says this here. The Cowboys. I'm sorry. Blogging the Boys also said if there's one thing Mayfield has struggled with during his breakout season, it's been protecting the football. The
Okay.
29-year-old has thrown 14 interceptions this year. So you don't know which Baker Mayfield you're gonna get. You know what I mean?
You don't.
So it is possible. So it is
It's
possible,
possible.
But yeah. Number 3, Jonathan Mingo scores his
Mm.
first NFL touchdown.
What? Ah.
Oh God. So that's when you was asking for that sound effect. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, oh
Oh,
my God. So, Blogging the Boys said last week against the Carolina Panthers, we saw 24-year-old wide receiver Jalen Brooks hit the first touchdown of his young NFL career. This week, another wideout will follow suit, and that guy will be Jonathan Mingo.
will he get on the field? You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you something. On the cool, I think Turpin gonna see more action than Mingo will
And
on offense.
rightfully so. Rightfully
I
so.
can
Why
see that.
not?
I can see Turpin being a key contributor into what Cowboys attack will be today on offense. I really can see him being a key contributor. I really
Yeah.
can. I can see Turpin softening him up in the middle to
Yeah.
help out our wideouts. I can see it. I can really see it. If between Turpin and running some outside inside screen plays, I can really see. I can really if they do that, I could man. If they do some wide receiver screens with Turpin, or you
Yeah.
you could put
He gonna
Turpin in the
break.
backfield. You could put Turpin at the back. You could do a two back situation. Wide receiver on one side, Battle on the other side. Give
Yeah.
them a choice. Who we gonna run the
Yeah.
screen to? Okay, that's open. That's an open situation for Turpin to get rat racing.
Well, and it makes it that much difficult on the defense. Now they got to figure out. That's just like North Crowley, what they did to Austin Westlake. They mixed it up to where they had to try to protect either the pass or run. But and you come up with a game. You can't come up with a good game plan. You and I
Exactly.
sit here talking about it, and we see this by having Cavante Turpin maybe in the slot, or like you said, running the screen passes, or even doing the quick slant passes. We need some crossing routes, and catch them on the hash mark. If they were to do those type of things, this offense would be a lot better. But to me, it just seems as if Mike McCarthy goes by his play call, his playbook, and he makes no changes in it. So again,
You-
that is going to be something key tonight. Y'all heard it first. Football Junkie said that guess what? Cavante Turpin should be included in this offense tonight. Don't make sense.
it don't make sense. It don't make sense. And I mean, what Mike McCarthy playbook is called. The crystal ball told me
What
it's
what is
called
it?
the dumb book.
Because this offense absolutely does not work, brother. It does not
It
work.
does. It doesn't. I just think about it. Turpin coming out the backfield or in slot. That's forcing a linebacker to cover this man.
Yeah, and that's impossible.
It's
That's
impossible.
impossible. And I keep telling the fan base, do not get so hyped up because we put up 30 points against a under 500 team. Boy,
Wow.
but some people think we won. Oh, we got a chance this Super Bowl. Man, stop it. This is where the delusional part of the Cowboys came in as just like last season. Boy, we beat all the teams that we supposed to beat. Said, oh man, we got a chance. But then we came to 500 teams. That's when we had the problem. So don't get caught up in the last week game. So we don't know what Tampa Bay team we're gonna get tonight, but it's gonna be
For
something to
real.
see. But Football Junkie have just given you the blueprint for tonight's game. Give it up for Football Junkie. So with that being said, before we get out of here, Football Junkie, what is going to be the final score and for this game tonight, and who actually wins tonight? Wait a minute, let me do
Man,
it.
it
Let me do it like this.
it really this is a situation that relies on Cooper Rush and how consistent he'll be for his distributing the ball and also securing the ball on handoffs and whatever. Uh, Defense, I mean, the defense is really truly being led by Michael Parson. So they coming in there with their ears back every week, every down. So I mean, when it comes to this score of this game, I believe it could be a high scoring game, shootout. But I mean, Cowboys cannot allow uh Mike Williams them get crazy with it. They can't
Mike
let them do
Evans.
it. Mike Evans. If they let Mike Evans get crazy with it and the other guys get crazy with it, Cowboys get blown out. I'm just gonna be
Yeah,
honest with you. They'll fool around, get blown out. Defense on the field forever. Offense playing 13, 14 minutes a game, 17 at the most. Now, Cowboys offense got to be to have some kind of offensive consistency and
yeah,
continuity in this situation just to be able to give a defense a fighting chance to help them close out the game.
yeah,
I could see Tampa Bay winning 31-24, some in that area. Uh, but if 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 Cowboys offense do what they need to do, I could see a 28-24 swing for the Cowboys.
yeah. Okay, give it up for football, Jay. And I see where you're coming from on that because all that what you're saying is so true. And I'm going to go this route. I think based because our guy, well, Baker Mayfield. I like Baker Mayfield, but he's turned that ball over so much. I think Mike Zimmer is going to actually come after this guy. He's going to come
He
after
needs
this
to
guy
be.
and force him into mistakes. And
Mm-hmm.
it's possible that I'm gonna say DeRon Bland will get an interception. I don't know about Jordan Lewis, but maybe DeRon Bland and someone else might get an interception because of the pressure that Mike Zimmer is going to apply on this guy tonight. But
Mm-hmm.
because of the non-consistency of our offense, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game because our
Mm-hmm.
defense is going to do its part, but our offense is going to only be able to put up so many parts. So I'm
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
say the game will probably end up being 17-13 Tampa Bay. Okay. I
Okay.
just, again, it's just me looking at our offense. It's just not
Yeah.
consistent.
It's
But
not consistent.
if the Cowboys was at the game last night and watched my team last night and saw
Yeah.
how North Carolina ran that offense last night and put up a 50 burger on Austin Westlake, hopefully
Yeah.
we left some of that on the AT&T Stadium field to where
Mm-hmm.
we'll see our Cowboys put up 50 tonight. But that's neither here nor there. But we're gonna see what happened, Cowboy
Yeah.
Cowboy
We're gonna see
fans.
what happens.
We just gotta wait and see. But anyway, man, again, thank you for coming on, bro. People want to hear what you got going on and what's on your mind. So I'm sure they appreciate you. And again, I'm
Oh
going
yeah.
to put that comment down. I mean, that link to Micah Parsons' interview down in the comments below. So again, football Jay, got any last words before we get out of here?
Hey fans, don't be sipping on that Dr. Pepper. Hype train doesn't stop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's just sit back, man, and pull out our cigars and our drink and just
Enjoy.
evaluate the game. Enjoy the game. Yeah, don't get frustrated. Y'all already know what it is. If we get a win, great. If we don't be surprised.
Don't be surprised.
All right. With that being said, like I always say, continue to be blessed and continue to stay safe. All right, and we out. Deuces.
All right.